Friday night live improv from New York and around the world. And now we are going to meet the inhabitants of a very, very small town called Goon River. Very small town, extremely small town. Um, what would you say is a big event in the life of a small town?
New fire truck.
The day the new fire truck, they got a new fire truck. Now, I'll tell you something about the inhabitants of Goon River. They were varied and different people. They were a little eccentric and they were opinionated. So, as much as this new fire truck, you might think my town needs a new fire truck. Some of them were for it and some of them were against it. But I'll tell you one thing, nobody in Goon River ever sat on any fence. So now would be a good time to change your names into a character name for Goon River. And what we're going to do now, folks, I feel like Garrison Keeler, if anybody remembers who that is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to meet some of the inhabitants of Goon River, and they're going to tell us a little bit about how they felt about the new fire truck. Davin Baker. Davin Baker, nice to meet you. Can you tell me what you did in the town, and a little bit about yourself, and whether you're for it or against it?
Well, um, I'm the mechanic. I fix all the tractors and trucks and stuff. But I'm getting on in age, and so new fire truck. You don't have to fix that old clunker anymore. I'm for it. That's a good thing.
Sick of fixing that thing, are you?
Damn, yeah. Calling under that truck, it's hard to get down there and get back up. Tell you.
Do you somehow feel like the new truck is going to be easier to crawl under?
No, I just think it ain't gonna broke all the time.
You're right. It probably ain't going to broke all the time.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
okay, excellent, excellent. Here's another inhabitant of Goon River, Dorothy Franklin. Nice to meet you, Dorothy. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, it's my pleasure. I am so excited about this new fire truck. As the town librarian, I helped do the research, and I had also help as the genealogy expert. I happen to know that my great 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 grandfather's uncle was Benjamin Franklin, and they're naming the fire truck after him.
Oh, the Benjamin Franklin fire truck. That sounds good. Okay, so we have two people. We've met two people so far that are for it. Squiggly Martin. What a lovely name. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, please?
Hi, y'all. Thanks for asking. I'm Squiggly Martin. Now, you may think I was born with the name Squiggly, but I wasn't. My birth name's Mary, but they all call me Squiggly. And I'm the town baker. I own the best bakery here in town, even though it's the only one. It's still the best one. And I say no to the new fire truck, and I'll tell you why. Those loud, noisy, big banging trucks, they don't make my cakes fall. So,
That's really a thing. That being said, the new truck is also probably going to be pretty big.
yeah, and I'm not having it.
Okay, okay. Now you say you weren't born with the name Squiggly. Why did they call you Squiggly?
Well, it's a little embarrassing, but when I was in high school, I was one of them dancer cheerleader girls, and I was all squiggle all the time, so they call me Squiggly.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I got you there. I got you. Um, Muriel, before I try your last name, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm going to completely destroy it. I'm going to say your name is Hydro Green, Hydro Hygro Gangrene. How do
Hygrogenage.
say that again, please?
Hygrogenage?
Hygrogenage. Muriel
Yes.
Hygrogenage. Did I actually get that right?
Yes, just like it says. It's
Pronounced just the way it sounds. Muriel Hygrogenage.
My God.
Okay, sorry. Tell us about yourself, Muriel.
Well, I own the town pet store, and I raise in my pet store, of course, I raise kittens and I raise puppies. And I do have a Dalmatian who has just had puppies. And so I am hoping, I'm not sure how I feel about a new truck, but I was hoping that they would take a whole bunch of my puppies off my hands for whichever truck they had. But I'm not sure there's going to be, new trucks may not have a place because Dalmatians are traditional. So I'm not sure they're going to have a place for a Dalmatian on this new truck.
So, would you possibly be swayed if they did have a place for a Dalmatian or four?
If there was a place for that Dalmatian to be able to sit up on that truck, yes. But I'm just afraid these newfangled trucks, they got so many bells and whistles and things on the outside of them. I'm afraid there's not going to be a place for a Dalmatian.
All right, we're gonna find that out. I put you down as a yes. You could be swayed. Melvin, nice to meet you. Can you tell us about yourself, please? Melvin Frost.
Well, thank you so much, Scotty. Thank you so much. I founded the very first 3-chair beauty salon in Goon River, and it's been amazing the growth that the Frost Beauty Salon has had, and we just do everybody's hair and nails and every kind of Epicurean delight you might want.
Frosted tips?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely the tips.
Curl up and die?
Oh, without a doubt, sir.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now, talk to me about the fire truck. Were you a Ford or a Guinness?
Well, I'm for it because I went to high school with Squiggly over there, and I just love to see your cakes. Oh,
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that's good to know. Well, now,
bring it on, baby, bring it on.
oh dear, there's going to be a fight. All right, so now we know who was for and who was against. I want to talk about the day before. I know that you all got together with different people to further your ends. So let's get started. Let's get started with you, Squiggly. What'd you do the day before the new fire truck arrived?
Well, so I was at my bakery baking, and I think that guy. Now I like get my hair did, so I've been going to that Frost hairstylist place. Well, I think he wants some of my cake recipes, and I think he's been spying on me. So I put some cameras into my bakery. Ain't no one know about it. Well, I guess I just spilled the beans now. Yeah, I did. I put some cameras up. I'm going to find out who's trying to take my recipes.
Well, why don't we dive right in? You suspected Melvin. Melvin, I understand you have a lot of friction going, you and Squiggly. Tell me about the day before the fire truck arrived.
Sir, I wouldn't necessarily call it friction. I would say that we're just very fine frenemies, and yes, in fact, I want her recipes because they're the best cakes I've ever tasted.
Well, you can just go to her store and buy them.
I tried,
Oh dear.
and she wanted free haircuts first.
Pride goeth before a cake, my friend. Pride goeth before a cake. Davin, let's talk about the day before the new fire truck arrived. What were you up to?
Yeah, well, her Muriel wanted to give them guys some Dalmatians. So went down to her shop, and the boys brought the girls brought the fire truck by, and we began to figure out where to put Dalmatians. We can fit 6 on there. I just got to weld some plates on, and we'll be all set.
That is great news. I can't wait to go and tell Muriel. I'm going to go right now. Muriel, did you hear the news about the welded plates and the dogs?
Oh, Devin is such a sweetheart. I've always kind of had a soft spot for Devin anyway. And the fact that he's thinking about how to make it work with my Dalmatians, oh, Devin, I really owe you. 6 of the puppies can go on this fire truck. That is just going to be awesome. I spent the whole day grooming. Sure. And then they came by and he showed me how we could fit, how he could weld and how it was gonna, and I just can't even finish a sentence. I'm so excited.
Oh, and I'm excited for you. I think that's great. It's going to be such a beautiful picture of that fire truck. Brand new fire truck with dogs welded on it. I love it. Dorothy, now you are on record as for the fire truck. Can you tell me what you did the day before it arrived?
The day before the fire truck arrived, I was so busy. I had to take flyers around. I had to pick up cakes at Squiggly's, and I had to get my hair done because I was the spokesman for the Ben Franklin fire truck. And, being a Franklin myself, I had to look my best for the cameras. And so I was going all around town and doing all these things. And I was so excited to find out that Muriel's dogs were actually going to be part of the festivities. But as I went to hang up flyers in the different places, Squiggly wasn't there. So I just went in and taped one on the window. And sitting on her counter, I saw some cake recipes. And she's got the best cakes in town.
Oh, no.
And I had to take a peek. And I didn't have my pen and paper with me, so I couldn't write it down. And so I just borrowed it for a day. I'll get it back to her tomorrow.
Oh dear. That is so disappointing. I had such high hopes for you. All right. Now I want to transition to the day that the fire truck arrived and all the kerfumpton happened. All the big gespilknick, all the stuff happened. You know what? I want to start. I'd like to start with you, Melvin. You seem to be one of those. You seem to have your finger on the pulse. What happened to you that day?
Well, I had heard through the grapevine, the chatter in the chairs, that Dorothy procured some of those cake recipes. Well, I just decided I had to have the recipes too. And I'd heard that she saw them just sitting there, and right in that Squiggly's cake shop, I came in ahead of the recipes. I grabbed this big vat of mix. And I looked around and I said, well, what the hell? Screw it. I grabbed the vat, and as I was running down the street with the vat of the big cake mix, here comes the fire truck with the Dalmatians and the sirens, and it scared the bejesus out of me, and I fell into the vat, and I drowned in the cake mix.
That's not a bad way to go, I guess. It's certainly sweet.
Well, yeah, but I just didn't have the finished product.
Oh. All right. I'm going to go to Muriel because that sounds like if the dogs were there, they would have been quite traumatized. Muriel, what happened to you that day?
Well, I went over early that morning with all the puppies, and Devin had done a great job of putting all those little platforms all over. And so I lifted all the puppies up and put them up. And then because it was the first day, I couldn't stand to just let the puppies go by themselves. So I got up there too.
Sure.
I got up on the tallest platform, and I put 2 puppies in my lap, and there was a fire alarm. And so I was up there. I was so excited.
Sure.
I was going to get to go to the very first fire on the new fire truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up there holding the 2 puppies, and we saw Melvin, and oh my God, I was leaning over going, "Oh, Melvin, are you all right?" And now Devin's a sweet man, but he's not the very best.
Oh no.
He makes mistakes.
Oh no.
And so this platform that we were sitting on, just I'm holding these puppies, and all of a sudden this whole platform just tips over, and I reach for the platform next to me, and it falls off, and I fall off the fire truck with these platforms coming down with all the puppies, and it just beheads me, and I'm in the middle of dead puppies and dead me with no head. My head's rolling down the street in the gutter. It was terrible.
I was so hoping the puppies would make it. I mean, I feel bad about your head. That's bad too. But the puppies. Squiggly, have you heard this whole story about your cake? Your cake recipe was stolen. Your cake batter was stolen. Melvin died in the batter. The puppies everywhere. What happened to you?
Well, it was just a mess. So I'm running around my bakery like a chicken without a head. I'm saying, where my recipes go? They were right there on the counter. And then I go in the back and only to find a big vat of mix is gone. Oh, goodness me. Well, I was beside myself. So I start fumbling around everywhere, and I was putting in my videotapes to see for the camera to see who done did me wrong like that. Anyway, as I was doing all of that, I knock over a candle. My bakery goes on fire. Well, yep, because it caught fire on some paper, and the whole thing just went. Now, I go running to call the fire department. I can't find my phone nowhere. The fire is spreading like crazy. Finally, I get through. They tell me the fire truck's busy. They're all chasing Muriel's head down the road.
No.
I darn burned to death in that fire, damn truck.
Oh, no, that's awful. Dorothy, you seem to be the one that had your head sewed on right, as they would say. What happened to you that day?
I was trying to fix my hair because, cameras and all, and being in Franklin and going to be in the news reporters, they're all going to ask me questions and all of that. And I hear a commotion. And so I take off running out the door thinking, oh, my land, I have overslept. There's been a time change. I'm sure there's been a time change. I miss those all the time. And I'm tearing down the road, and I see cake batter splattered everywhere, and Melvin's covered in cake batter. I see the bakery on fire, and I'm thinking, well, thank heavens I saved some of Squiggly's recipes. Somebody's going to need those. Yeah. And then I see Muriel's head rolling down the road, and I stood right there in the middle of the road and got smack hit with the fire truck.
No way! I did not see that coming. And obviously neither did you. Oh, I'm so sorry you got smacked by the fire truck. Speaking of the fire truck, Davin?
Yeah.
Such a thing for Muriel, and yet I think you caused her untimely demise. What happened to you?
Well, I told them you have to let the weld set. You can't go running off and doing stuff right away. It's just not set yet. And didn't listen to me. So but everything looked okay as they took off. And as I was walking back to the shop, and I had, the torch and the big tanks and and all of that was on a car that was pulling behind me. But then I saw Melvin, and he dashed out and fell in the vat, and then I saw Muriel. She fell off the damn fire engine. The plates just fell, and the bakery went up, and Dorothy got smacked by the fire truck, and so I had to run to help.
Sure.
And I tripped over one of them damn plates while I was pulling the tanks, and another one fell off and cut off the valve on the tank,
Oh,
and it went right into the damn bakery and blew the hell up. So if there's anything left of me, it's tiny.
oh, like tartlets
Smaller.
or little cake pops,
Scones.
scones.
Mini cupcakes.
Maybe they'll find your mini cupcakes. I don't know. Oh, what a sad, sad day in Goon River. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you for watching, because that was Goon River with fabulous cast. We got JL, and we got Shari, and we got Barry, and we got Beth Ann, and we got Steven, and we got you. Thank you so much. We're going to be back with more improv in just a minute.